Oh, hello?
Dude, it's like we know what we're doing.
Hello.
Hello.
They could hear us
Oh,
now.
no, I can hear everything.
Wait, what? Dude, I had like background music playing and it just like abruptly stopped when I switched the scene. It's like one of the most awkward
It's
transitions.
jarring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like, dude, I was actually kind of vibing to it while we were talking. And then all of a sudden, it's like,
Oh.
Oh man.
hello, everybody.
All right,
Hello.
welcome to the Clout Chasers podcast, episode 2.
Yeah. The Cloud Chasers podcast.
Yeah. I am not going to mention the topic because I'm going to have Umji introduce that for you guys today. But yeah, welcome to episode 2. We got some very interesting stuff to talk about. What else should we add for intro, dude? I don't know what else to say, honestly. But like,
You can suck on these nuts.
oh, actually, it'd be a good idea for the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
if we have anything we need to shout out, we should shout out right now,
Oh.
and then I'll send it over to you.
You can shout out these nuts.
Oh, shut up.
I do have one shout out.
Oh yeah, let's go.
And that is Rip the Skin a Little is gonna be on Spotify on the 23rd.
Yo, let's go.
Woo! Let's go.
If you guys want to pre-save, I have a pre-saved link on my YouTube channel. I'll go ahead and send it on my Twitch chat. Right up.
We get pre-listened to.
Oh, actually, I got a shout out.
Yeah.
Let's shout out. I have a shout out to the travel agency that I'm working with on my trip to Japan.
Right.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disclose what this travel who or what these travel agency are, but yeah, I made some desperate calls and they were like, Umji Bear, we got you, man. So I am potentially going to Japan in October.
Yeah.
So the visa process has been started. So yeah. Technically, they were like, where you want to go? I'm like, here. I was like, well, we have connections here and here, so we can help you with the hotels. And I was like, okay, do I have to check in? No.
That's all you need to know.
So yes, I might be going to Japan next month potentially. Yeah. Shout out those guys. Dude. I love you guys.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to Umji. I'm just going to let you guys know about the swearing.
Okay. All
rules
right.
For the stream today.
All right. So, you know how we normally have the swear jar? We're not giving a fuck about that today. Today is my day. Today is the day when the chains have been broken. You know, the leash. This is Umji Bear Unleashed podcast, right? So we are full blown swearing. Well, for one is I kind of want to test the algorithm to see if this gets monetized because we have an original stream title. We have an original like layout, everything is original. So they can't copyright this shit, right? So if it gets demonetized again, we know it's the swearing. And if it gets demonetized, then fuck.
If not, it could be one of the shirts we're wearing or something in our background. But
actually, I think this says dirty in Japanese.
That can't be copyrightable, can it?
Well, I mean, it's flipped. It's flipped horizontally, so technically they can't.
No, I can't read it.
So that is the rule, and I don't know why did we name our podcast today? How do I talk to people?
Oh. That's because I want to talk about.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. So so Charkley's got the topics. He actually told me it like about 10 minutes ago, and I completely forgot. I'm not gonna
Well, basically, so you know how everyone lives on the internet now, basically, and even our friend groups, like all our people from the internet, and the people like new friends we meet and interactions, yada yada. So basically, now we have to talk about how to talk to people properly, recognizing social cues online, and not having to be basically handicapped in terms of, because I can't see their face, I can't read the room when I can't see their face. Nah, man, you should be able to do that. So yeah, how is the internet affecting like communication
Wait,
communication
no.
behavior.
I think we should start with the other one first.
Oh no, I'm gonna go down on the list
Oh,
unless
you
you want
go
me to
down
like
on the list?
present it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next one is priorities versus aspirations. That one's like I feel like that's a big one, and I feel like a lot of us have a lot of
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, is this like a TED Talk? We're doing like a little TED Talk
yeah.
presentation.
These are thick, tasty
Fuck,
podcast
yeah.
topics.
Fuck, man. All right, it's one of those.
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
and
one
the
of
last one
those.
is basically just like companies listening to feedback because I'm super happy with the new VR chat update.
yeah,
I don't know if anyone else can relate.
Yeah. All right. Charkley, start us off with the first one. The first one we're gonna talk about.
Hi, priorities versus aspirations. Well, first I want to hear what you guys consider as your priorities and what you guys consider as your aspirations. So like from Asian first.
Okay, for me, priorities. So well, a priority is well, it first comes it starts with, like what do you want to do, right? Like what do you want to achieve? And then you set your priorities for it, right? So meaning priority is like the thing that you need to do, or like like list of things you need to do in a certain order to achieve what you want, right? Or what you need to an extent, right?
No, but what do you need?
So-
Like what are your like
So,
necessities?
for example, let's say if your goal is to survive and live a comfortable life, then my priorities should be set straight to where, okay, well, I should probably try to find a stable job that earns me stable income, find a place where I could afford the living expenses, like along those lines. So priorities are, I mean, I think priority and responsibility are like two words that go hand in hand.
Mhm.
But basically, yeah, you got to set your priorities straight to be able to achieve what you have set as your goals, right? So
Okay. Well, do you believe in like being able to turn it around, like having your aspirations like overtake your priorities? Like, hey, I'm just gonna chase my dreams, and then everything else will fall in place.
this is actually gonna get really deep. It's gonna get really deep,
Mm-mm.
because I think your priorities, in order for aspirations to kind of to follow your aspirations, it has to kind of like follow the same path as your priorities, if that makes sense.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
So let's say
Follow the same path, like
so
same.
let's say for example, like this line, right? This line is your path to success, right? These are your priorities, right? And then everything outside of this line, I'm gonna get this random fucking thing. I'm just gonna get a screwdriver here, right? This so everything
Of course, you
outside
have a
of this,
screwdriver on your fucking
everything
desk.
everything outside of this line is a distraction, right? These are,
Mhm.
I guess, these are things that you aspire to be or want, right? So let's say like, oh, I want, I want, I want a stable and and comfortable life, right? So, oh, I gotta go to work. I gotta find a good job, or I gotta find a good job. I gotta go to work. Gotta find a good place to live. Gotta, like just this line. But then there's like, oh, I should be finding a job, but hey, I want to go hang out with uh some of my bum ass friends, or but like, you get what I mean, right? Like, I mean that's how I want to explain it, but but yeah.
Okay. What about?
So oh wait, actually I wasn't gonna explain. So in order to
Okay.
in order
You're still holding the screwdriver.
no, so what I'm trying to say is in order to follow your, or even switch it around to work on your aspirations, it has to be in line with your priorities.
Mm-mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like the trajectory of your priorities and your aspirations need to be on the same like screwdriver. Basically. Oh, what about you,
Screwdriver.
What about you,
This is actually a
Umji?
tough question, but like for me, like priority is kind of like left brain, right brain for me.
Mm.
Like priority is my left brain, the more logical, like where logistics come into play, survival, what makes it, what brings you the most success, or
Mhm.
like, you know what I mean, to for the safety of your own self. And then aspirations for me is kind of like more the right brain, where it's creative and maybe riskier, but then it's still in tune with, it's still in the same body, right? So it's still going in the same direction as Asian said. So for me, it's just kind of like that. Um, so I guess what I would normally do, at least for me, like the overall umbrella is integrity, right?
Mhm.
And then it'll split into two paths which is then priority and then aspirations for me. That's kind of how I do that.
Yeah, because you gotta know your own limits and
Yeah, yeah.
setting up your own
Right.
those
Yeah,
expectations
yeah,
for yourself.
exactly. But here's the thing, like, and the thing is, if you only stick to priorities, though, right,
Mm.
you lack room for creativity and growth.
Mhm.
Sometimes, right? You tend to grow in a very, I mean, you do grow.
Stagnant.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
become
yeah. But
stagnant.
it's
Things
well,
get
not
boring.
stagnant, more like a very linear
Yeah, yeah,
path.
yeah. But
Yeah.
then
You
with aspirations, you get to really push yourself, and like you'd be surprised. Like
express your individuality
yeah,
more.
we're way
Yeah.
more capable of doing things than we think we can, right?
Mhm.
And sometimes, dude, like I don't listen to my own advice. Sometimes,
Yeah. Me too.
very frequently. Like I'll give, and the thing is that they're valid advice, and that's like my priority side, my left brain talking, right? And then the side where I'm like, hey, I wanna fucking take this risk because maybe emotions or maybe just it feels right or I want to test something. So I think it's a really good,
Mhm.
healthy way to do it. My personal opinion. Yeah,
No, because I mean, let's say like your priorities obviously are like you can pay the bills,
yeah,
you can have food on your table, and stuff like that. But then your aspirations are like, oh, I want to be able to hit like 1 million subs, or I want to
yeah,
be able to hit like, or to be able to collab with as many people as I can, or get as much music out as I can in a year or whatever.
right, right,
Those are all. I think those are aspirations, and those are good to have. But I feel like there's a lot of like people out there, especially young people out there, who they see the aspirations first and they're like, I want that. And then they just
yes,
forget about their priorities. They're like,
yeah, yeah,
I don't need to I don't need to get a 9 to 5 job because I'm gonna be a YouTuber for the rest of my life. I'm just
right.
gonna make YouTube videos. And then they fail and they're like, what happening? Why? Woe is me.
What happening?
Like, uh, uh, it's not as like you said, OMG, it's like a very risky right brain kind of thing
Yeah,
to chase after. But then again, it's also difficult to have to balance both, which I think all of us here are to a certain point doing, balancing priorities like work, studies, and then also our goals and our aspirations that
yeah,
I don't consider either one secondary or primary. They're just two different things that I want to fulfill. But some people are just like, I want the aspirations out of the way. I want the milestones. I want the achievements. I want the accolades without, uh that's another, oh gosh, I don't know if this is a completely other topic, but I was talking about, oh god, let me know if you guys even want to talk about this, like imposter syndrome and the Dunning-Kruger syndrome. I don't know if you guys are familiar with
I
that.
legit had imposter syndrome like
Same.
last week. Last
I
week,
still have a bit of it, man.
it hit me really
Yeah.
hard
Oh,
last week. Yeah,
oh man.
yeah.
Do you
Like
guys want to save that, or you want to talk about
I,
that?
mean,
Let's
I
let's
don't
continue.
I don't mind talking about it, but yeah, we can.
Okay,
Let's continue
yeah.
with this topic because then
Okay, yeah.
I do want to bring up something that someone said in chat because
Mhm.
I think that's a very powerful message because I feel uh like Butter said, I think people don't realize there is usually a transitional phase that comes between those.
All
And like
priority and
yeah,
and
so like
aspirations.
like
Yeah.
yeah, so like that's what I was trying. I guess that was my way of interpretation was that in that line of priorities that you can only chase your ambitions or what was it called, your aspirations, if it's
Mhm.
like within the same line, right? So I guess that is the transitional phase, is where if you find your aspirations to meet in the line, and then oh shoot, maybe I have to go yeah, something like
I
that.
think of it more as like, yeah, kind of like a reverse fork in the road. A fork in the road would split you,
Mhm.
but I feel like your aspirations and and your priorities can meet in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a reverse fork in the road. I don't know how to. I guess a convergence point or a transitional phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly what Butters said just now. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Building your
Or
own
actually, another
foundations.
way to put it is, you know, those like strategy games like StarCraft or
Yeah,
Plants. Yeah,
RTS.
Yeah.
games. Yeah, like it's like, okay, well, I need to prioritize this, but then let me see what my aspirations could be. Maybe I could be a little bit more uh edgy on this part of the game or something. Or
Oh
you know what I
man.
mean? Like
Yeah.
that kind of.
You know what?
Yeah.
That actually makes sense because I used to be the guy when I played RTSs a lot back then. I just wanted to have as many resources or as much money as I could, but I never built units. I never built buildings. This is like, yeah, I want to have so much money. So it's kind of like you're racking up all this money, but what are you doing with it? And you're just not. You're just sitting there with your money. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Yeah, I like that you brought up the RTS thing. Wow, we're such gamers, man. Such gamers.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, like, we talk about people who have like, I guess like the more aspiration side, right? Like the dream hungry, some might even say delusional, right? To a certain
Yeah.
extent. But then there are people who are completely on the other side, which is like priority only. They tend to be very hardworking, but then very stale. Very, very stale, right? Very
A lot
cookie
of people in
cutter.
Japan.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
cookie cutter, very by the book.
Subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to hold conversations with those kinds of people, to me personally. I think content creators like us, we try to straddle the middle. I think we're a little closer to the aspiration side, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
But we do straddle that line for sure. But fuck, man, like, dude, I get depressed easily though. I mean, like, okay, not easily, not okay. I don't get depressed easily, but when I get depressed, I hit rock bottom.
You wallow in it.
Yeah. And that's the problem with me, kind of being more on the aspiration side than the priority side. Like my left brain knows exactly what I have to do, right? But then my emotions or my right brain kind of just
Wants it the other way around.
wants it the other way.
Yeah.
And actually, very recently, like one of my friend, I gave them advice on what to do in their life, about probably like a year ago, and the same advice would apply to me, but I refused to go in that direction because of my right brain, right? And so like they were like, "Umji, why are you not taking your own advice?" I was like, "Because I don't give a fuck."
Yeah. But in all honesty, there's a part of you that does
Yeah, of course.
want to do it, right?
Yeah. So it's tricky, man. It's tricky.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
No, because see, I totally understand when MG talks about like the depression part of the aspiration stuff.
Yeah.
Because like MG knows when like I was talking about how like, oh, this random specific group of people just came out of nowhere and started hitting me up again. And you know I'm doing stuff with them, right? So and then that one time when I wrote that song, I was just fucking depressed as shit. Yeah. Like it's sometimes I just wish things were a certain way, but it's like what we always say. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Them's the facts.
Yeah. It's like you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Japanese, it's just Shogunai, or it's like it can't be helped. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And then a lot of, like, I was gonna bring up the whole Japanese thing because I feel like a lot of the Japanese working force go through that cookie cutter kind of just get in, clock the hours and that's it. And so that's why when I see these TikTok creators, and shout out to like Kimiko and people like her.
Dead. Oh shit.
Oh no, what happened? Your internet poo poo.
My internet died for a bit.
Welcome back. Yeah, like people like, like our friend Kimiko who are able to, like, she has aspirations, really high aspirations, and that's good.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes like those can be crippling in a sense.
Yeah,
they can make you feel like, oh man, I should be able to hit these these numbers or reach this many people by now. And plus you grind so much, right? You grind so much to get to a certain point, and then you don't get there's the same return
Right.
on investment, basically.
Right.
It can be really discouraging. But that's really that's the path. It's not linear. Like with a normal job, you're gonna get a consistent salary. Depending on your performance and whatever,
Right.
obviously. But it's way more consistent than being a YouTuber or a content creator.
But the thing is, like, when your aspirations and priorities line up, it is like the most powerful thing.
Yeah.
It is the
Yeah.
most powerful thing for self growth. And I think we've all here experienced that. And like, it's rare, but dude, it's really good when that happens. Yeah.
And again, it doesn't have to be like crazy big. It just needs to be like, again, set your own like realistic expectations. Like I have a friend who all he wants is he just goes, I just want to be comfortable. I don't really have any quote unquote ambitions to like do this and that. I just do whatever makes me happy, and I want to continue working so that I can supply or satisfy the need, or those needs, or satisfy at least a way to make me happy and to support myself and my family or whatever. It's not crazy big, like I want $1 billion by the end of the year. I want 50 cars or whatever. It's all placed in his own like realistic expectations, which I respect. I think that's what's most important. You have personal aspirations and your own personal priorities, but I think setting up those real expectations and not cucking yourself in the process, or basically telling yourself like, oh, I can't do that. Oh no. You don't shoot yourself until you try, I guess.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to be right back. My stream is being a little messed up right now.
Okay.
Wait, you're on Discord, or
I need to close OBS.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We wait.
Hey, give me a sec.
Oh, it's gonna break the overlay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Can
gonna
you guys put it
break.
in like? Can you guys just put it in the loading screen real quick or something?
No, it's just gonna be dead air from my end.
Oh
No,
shit.
just click on
No,
click on one of the screens.
I have the two
Okay.
people one. So
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
see.
Okay. Be right back. Actually, it won't break because my OBS is still gonna be up.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. And then close that.
Dude, I'm
internet.
dude. We are saying shit that's like way out of our demographic. Dude, we have a bunch of kids watching. They're like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?" Oh my god.
Maybe we gotta present it in a more
No, I mean, like, I don't mind having these types of conversations. It's just
no.
totally not our demographic.
We're gonna start attracting a more mature demographic.
Yeah.
I hope.
I mean, like, I personally, like, as stupid as the three of us are when we make content and stuff like that, like we do think these things like internally.
Yeah.
Right. And like a lot of our content on YouTube is more of a release, and we're getting kind of like our impulsive side out of us, kind of.
Yeah.
But then well, I think that the three of us are actually quite critical thinkers, but then we also know how to have fun and be really stupid. But you our subscribers, they only see like the dumb side of us. Yeah, so this might be kind of like a bit of a shocker moment for a lot of them. Yeah.
Not to say that our viewers are dumb or anything.
No,
but you guys know how to have fun.
Yeah.
And you guys, you see fun. You see the fun in the stuff that we do, and that we appreciate it. And we hope that this side of us isn't, too jarring or too weird for you guys to accept. Like, oh, wow, they talk about stuff like that too. I thought they were just gonna do memeing or start singing out of nowhere.
I mean, technically, Joe Rogan does the same thing.
True.
His comedy bits are super stupid and funny.
Man,
but
speaking of like like controversial people, like I mean, Joe, I used to watch a lot of his stuff, and I don't really particularly have a stance on his content or who he is.
Yeah.
But like I remember I was thinking of that Dave Chappelle thing. There's a quote where he says, or he was like complaining, like, man, I hate being poor. And then his dad looks at him and is like, David, poor is a mentality.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's a great line,
it's so true. What do you say? Poor is a mentality that not a lot of people can get out of. David, you're broke. You're not poor.
Yeah.
There's a difference. Remember that you're broke, which is true. Because there are a lot of people out there who like cook themselves on opportunities because they're like, yeah, I'm never gonna reach that because I'm from a poor neighborhood, or I'm from a third world country, etc. Like, look, I'm hanging out with first world country people, man. It's my dream. I'm living the American dream. I'm a VTuber in a third world country, living the American dream.
There you go.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And because it's what is it now? Oh yeah, it's 9/11.
Oh man!
Oh,
My chair
God, you're
comes in
right.
today. My
Dude, it's
chair
been
comes in
21
today.
years since 9/11. Can you believe that?
Oh, it
21.
has.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why we're cursing. That's why we're cursing
That's why we're
today, because if
cursing,
we
yeah.
don't, the terrorists win.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, we don't want them to win.
Yeah, we say
Oh,
fuck
man.
for America and freedom.
Yeah, freedom speech.
America! Fuck yeah! Freedom
Do
is
you
the
have a
only way.
passport?
Do you have your passport?
Terrorist, your way is through. You're gonna have to answer to America. Fuck yeah!
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah.
Lick my nuts and suck on my balls, America. Fuck, I love that movie. Fuck, man. Team
If
America.
anyone's wondering what that movie is, it's
Team America.
yeah. Wait, is it Team America? Wait,
Yeah, Team America.
what was the other one? I'm thinking of the other one. Thunder. No, yeah, Team America. The guys who made Robot Chicken, basically.
No.
Team America.
The Team America. That one was
Aren't they
made
the
by
South
the
Park guys?
they're the South Park guys. Yeah.
Wait, who did Robot Chicken?
Robot Chicken is Robot Chicken.
No. They had another movie that was also puppets. Crap! What was it? Somebody help me out.
What?
Somebody in chat. Hello?
What?
Thunder something. It's also
Thunderbird.
puppets.
Thunderbird.
Is it
Man,
Thunderbird?
dude. I love Thunderbird. That old car. Oh, it's so good. Such a nice car.
Yeah, Thunderbirds. That's the puppet one.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, legit?
Thunderbirds. Yeah.
Okay.
And then they
I
remade
thought
it
we were
and
talking
made
about
it
car.
weirder.
Yeah, we're talking about cars.
Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah, Team America is the South Park one.
All right, let's move on to the next thing. What was the thing you wanted to briefly talk about again? Was it imposter syndrome or something?
Oh,
Oh,
Imposter
yeah.
Syndrome. Yeah.
Did you
So
want to talk
it
about that, or you want to move
kind
on
of goes
to the
hand in
next one?
hand.
Yeah,
with,
we can talk about that. Yeah.
Oh, because it does go hand in hand with the
Yeah, it
priorities.
does.
And, yeah.
Wait, so it's like a precursor. Basically, like just so everyone is on the same page. What is imposter syndrome? I'm gonna Google it real quick to make it easy for everyone to understand. So, imposter syndrome is loosely defined as doubting your abilities and feeling like a fraud. It disproportionately affects high achieving people who find it difficult to find and accepting their accomplishment, and many question whether they're deserving of their accolades. So basically, it's like, man, I got 1 million subscribers, but I don't feel like a YouTuber. I feel like a fraud. Like I don't deserve that. Or like if you're happy with a relationship, like I don't feel like I deserve this relationship. I probably lied to get my partner to like me, or they probably just like me for my car.
I laugh, but that's so true. It happens too often with people.
Dude, it happens to
Yeah.
me all the time. And there's another thing, like, another side of it is like I hate labeling myself. I was talking about this recently, where I hate labeling myself as anything lately,
Mhm.
or like ever since I was maybe like a teenager. I was like, I never labeled myself as a musician or a guitarist or a singer or whatever. Like even those like simple labels I didn't use. And then when I got into photography, especially, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna label myself as a photographer. I always was like, oh, I do this as a hobby. So if like you know how like on bios on like social media sites or whatever, you put like what you do or your likes and interests. Like a lot of my friends would put like I'm a photographer, I'm a voice actor, I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm an author. Like they literally just write fan fiction and like I'm an author, guys. I
I'm a
write
she,
fan
her,
fiction.
it, them pronoun.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
Jewish
all-
/ Mexican, Italian, and Jewish.
So many labels.
Fuck, you're gonna trigger me again, dude.
I'm part dog, part mermaid, part turtle.
And on
and a
Wednesdays, I'm a
mango.
giraffe.
Yeah, there's just so many labels. I mean, this is something that has affected me even before this whole like movement of like labeling everything.
9 3/4. My name is Hedwig.
Oh, Harry Potter. But you know what I mean, right? You guys know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can comfortably call yourselves like YouTubers, and you can comfortably call yourselves like even if I hit 1 billion subs, I still feel like I just do it. Like I don't know, the label makes it weird for me personally. I don't care if other people use that, like if they call themselves guitarists or whatever. Like I said to a friend that the only time I'll ever call myself a guitarist is if I reach like John Mayer levels of accomplishments, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm a guitarist now, which is weird because a lot of people be like, what? So you're not one? I'm like, I am one, but I don't like using the term, the label. I don't know why, and I think it's because of my like it's a degree of imposter syndrome where like the title doesn't fit me. Like I don't deserve that title. So on the other side, to brief everyone else on what Dunning-Kruger is. So imposter syndrome is that. Dunning-Kruger is a type of cognitive bias in which people believe they are smarter or more capable than they are. So basically like know-it-alls. People who's the other side of the coin who like, I'm an author, yet they've only written like fan fiction or whatever.
So these are the people we call delusional.
Yeah, these are hella delusional. Essentially, low ability people who do not possess the skills needed to recognize their own incompetence. It's so sad, but there are like I grew up with a lot of these people. I had cousins who were like this, and that's why it was such a big triggering thing for me, because I had a cousin who would like be like, "Oh yeah, I'm really into like airsoft, and I'm really into guns." So I'm basically a sharpshooter. I'm basically a sniper. Like if I went to like sniper school, I'd probably ace everything because I play video games every day and I know what guns are. Like oh my god, it was so. And there's so many people like that now. Like I'm sure you guys have had
I think we
interactions like
enable
that,
people
too.
to do that. Our society right now, we're a lot more enabling than before, for sure. Like a lot of us, I think for me, I always grew up with what do you call it? I forgot what that terminology was. Tie your own bootstraps or some shit. What was it? It's pretty
Tie
much
on shoes?
no. Fuck, what was that saying? Fuck, it's a very popular saying. I'll pull yourself up by your bootstraps. So that's the actual saying. So what this actually means is you do the work. You do the work, and then you kind of like you work hard at it, and then you achieve it. That is pretty much pull yourself up with your own bootstraps.
Pick you up by your bootstraps.
Yeah,
Someone said
yeah.
in chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the same thing, but like, which is kind of like believe in yourself and kind of like get shit done on your own with your hard work and effort. The problem with our current society, my personal opinion, is we keep saying you're beautiful and you're
awesome.
You're awesome and you can do it. And which is right to a certain extent, yeah. But then like it's this kind of like, yeah, you deserve that. You know what I mean? Where you deserve to get something that maybe you actually don't deserve to get, right? And like we talked about this before, like how I feel like our society sometimes, well, I think most of the times we promote very unhealthy living, and you can interpret that however you want. And I'm talking not just physical, I'm talking like mental mental, spiritual, sexual, physical. I think we are the society as a whole, and I think it's
Right.
become. I think we've mass produced a lot of these delusional people, where the culture has enabled them to kind of be in that situation. But then the three of us here and some people watching, I feel like we've had parents that slapped the shit out of us and made sure that we understood reality, right? But then us being more more risque, I guess, we took risks knowing what the reality was, and then we kind of like we elevated ourselves past those boundaries, right?
Yeah.
But that's a different path in comparison to, like, telling a kid that you could be, you could be anything you want, that you can be a fucking giraffe. It's totally okay. Like what I mean? It's just kind of like,
Yeah.
You could
um
be a helicopter,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, but to kind of like get back on like your original topic with the imposter syndrome, I guess so. I could just talk from experience, just from on a personal level, because it happened to me literally last week.
Mhm.
Um, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I posted very depressing posts the past couple days. Like I think I hit I started to hit the low part on Friday, and
Mhm.
then Saturday, Sunday was when I hit the lowest, and then Monday, Tuesday, I guess, is kind of like when I started to kind of recover. Um,
Mm.
but I came to a point where, because like I'm very stressed with my current job, and I also have some personal issues that I'm dealing with, and I'm not posting a lot on YouTube, and so there was just a lot of things that kind of just piled up, and I looked myself in the mirror, especially on Friday, and I was like, "What's all this for?" Right? And like you didn't earn those, like the recognition that you have, right? Like you didn't, like the subscribers that you do have, that's not something that you got through dedication. You got that through luck, and you don't deserve that, because there are people out there who work 10, maybe 100 times harder than you do, right? They deserve that, right? So I had that thing, and I don't want to get too personal, but there's a little like personal thing that's kind of happening with me as well. Um, and I came to a point where I was like, I think I said this last podcast. I poker face throughout the entire podcast. Oh, and there we go, Asian died.
Oh no.
But
My
and he's
Discord
back.
crashed.
He's
There.
back.
What the f?
I came to a point where um where the fuck?
Oh,
Hello?
swap places.
Oh, no.
He just has
Fix
flip on
it.
his camera.
There you
yeah.
go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
My
But-
Discord crashed. Sorry.
I didn't make the two people overlay. I didn't. Oh shit. Okay. But I came to a point where I was like, I'm gonna die alone.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I kind of had that moment where I was like, no one's going to really care, and no one's going to. Oh, it's super depressing. Like no one actually deeply cares, no matter how nice you are, how successful you are, how much, like, even though you've helped a lot of people achieve happiness and success, at the end of the day, like that's their life and they're not going to care. So I hit that low like on a Sunday, Monday-ish. And that kind of spawned from the imposter syndrome that I had. And so I view myself as a normal human being, but then there are moments where, especially last week, I was just kind of like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, is this all worth it? You know what I mean? I mean,
Mhm.
I've came out of that. But yeah, dude, I cried for like 7 days straight. Like, dude, it was bad. It was really, really bad. But yeah, I'm all good now.
I hope so.
I'm all good now. But like, yeah.
Follow on Twitter for more depressing
Oh
tweets.
god, dude. No, it was bad. It was really bad. I had a lot of like up and downs and stuff. And yesterday I actually started drinking at like 10 a.m.
Oh
And I
shit.
haven't drank in a while. So I
Wait,
got
those are actual drunken tweets
yeah,
then?
there were drunk tweets. Yeah,
Oh man.
they were actually.
Okay.
I had like a philosophical tweet, then a stupid tweet, then a dumber tweet after that. Yeah, and then I was like, I should. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna
Wait,
I'm
wait,
gonna
wait.
stop. I'm gonna take a nap. Yeah.
This was at 10 a.m. Then you
Yeah,
took a
10
nap.
a.m. Yeah. No, I took a nap at like
Nice.
12, but I was like drinking at like
Oh.
10 a.m. I just like for me like I just didn't want to be in that headspace at that moment.
Mm.
But yeah.
Wait, speaking of drinking, this pee break was brought to you by Lots of Water. So be real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm getting all these random crashes out of nowhere all of a sudden. It's freaking weird.
I mean there is that typhoon that's hitting us that hit us, right?
The typhoon. Was that considered a typhoon? Is that a typhoon?
Well, like a small side of the typhoon hit California.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was some Mexican typhoon hit us, I think.
Oh.
So
shit.
it briefly rained like crazy yesterday for like a couple hours.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Making me curious. I'm gonna check if it's gonna rain here.
Yeah. But it was only for like 4 or 5 hours. It wasn't like
Yeah.
we had like a flash rain kind of type of thing.
Well, we definitely need that rain though.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it gonna rain? Oh, no, it's not gonna rain up here. Man, no, it was real, dude. Oh, that's something I could speak about. Yeah, dude. The heat waves this week.
Oh
was
God. Dude,
not
my
cool.
power started like flickering in and out.
Yeah.
No, we texted each other about that. Holy shit.
Yeah. I texted you. When my
Fuck,
power
man.
came
Yeah, it was like
back.
6-7
And then-
hours. Every 15 minutes, it would like it would shut out. And at one point, I think it was like for an hour straight. Like I had no power for like an hour.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. For me, it was like 2 days straight. It was 2 days straight, no power. It was bad.
Jesus.
Dude. And you know what's crazy? California is actually about to file some lawsuits to PG&E.
What?
Because this has been an occurrence that happened every like year so far.
Oh, interesting.
Like when it gets hot.
Yeah. the
So
power
so
shuts
so
off.
yeah. So they're filing a lawsuit to PG&E specifically because like they were supposed to get on top of their failing infrastructure. You know.
Yeah.
And like if you think about it, you're like, fuck, dude. Like Vegas gets to fucking 117 degrees. You don't see power outages there. I mean, but then it's understandable that, hey, you know, in the more populated area, yes, you know. But dude, there were hospitals that were out of power.
Yeah.
Like that like they need to fix that shit. They need to get it to the point where if we do have like a lot of people drawing in power, then
Wait, hospitals out of power? That's messed up.
yeah, it's specifically
What?
because of the heat wave. It was so hot that there were like a couple hospitals that had a power outage. So
That's
like,
messed up.
yeah, I think that was the big thing that knocked down that domino. Like, hey, you know, PG&E, we're gonna fucking
Yeah, I mean
follow
our
a lawsuit
power
on
always
this.
shut down during the heat waves though. Like
Yeah.
that's not this is not like a like oh
new thing?
Yeah, no, this has always happened to us in California.
Yeah. So like that's like PG&E needs to get their shit together. I'll say that straight up. Yeah.
But
Anyways, back on topic. Charkley's back.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
do you guys want to move on to the next topic or stick
Sure.
with the same one?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Okay, the next topic. Man, this is probably just a me thing, but I know you guys probably haven't Asian was with me in VR chat earlier, but man, you guys know how they got into they caught so much flack from basically stopping people from using clients.
Yeah.
That these clients were not even that harmful. A lot of them really helped the game just be better.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, no more. No one can use clients anymore." And a lot of people are upset, me included, because I mean, it was a lot of quality of life stuff, and just made me happier using them, and made the game more enjoyable. But then after just a few weeks, they've come back with all these updates, and man, they've been listening to the community, and it's great. Like, oh wow, Like it's such a fresh game now, and having all these features baked into the game like by default is so much better than having a third party client do it for you. So it's like, why? I wish more companies did that. I wish more game companies did that, especially where they actually listen and they're like, oh yeah, you want that feature? All right, we're adding it next time. You know, like stereo on Discord.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it works now, but it's not a native thing. Like, stereo works now again. For those of you wondering, any musicians
No,
listening.
wait, what are you talking about, bro? I don't know anything about this.
Wait, what? Oh, you don't know that? Oh yeah, so you gotta
Chocolate,
just
we're-
use
we're-
two accounts.
We're Discord
You-
partners, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about,
use,
bro.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
know
use
what
two
you're talking about.
accounts. I'm telling you the secret way. You get two accounts and then you
No,
drag
no,
one
that
to the
doesn't
right, one to
exist.
the
That-
left.
No,
here.
that
I
doesn't
don't know what you're
exist.
talking
That
about. I
doesn't
still don't know what you're
exist,
talking. No, I can't hear anything.
That does not exist,
It's too loud here. It's too loud.
Oh, we were talking about using stereo on VR chat. We are like, oh, just get two accounts on VR chat. Go on the left, go on one guy's left ear and go on the guy's right ear.
Yeah.
Run run two clients.
Yeah, run two clients.
Stereo pair of drag queen Dobby.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Like, have you guys had any experiences with, well, not necessarily companies or just things that you guys follow? Maybe there's a local place or a restaurant that you're at that you gave feedback to and they actually listened. Like, oh, finally, these burgers are cooked. Like, wow, they listened to my suggestion.
I would
I don't know,
say
anything.
I would say I've been to a restaurant where I gave like very honest feedback.
Wait, do you actually like, do you write on those cards? You
No,
like,
no,
like,
they
hey,
were
sir.
no, they spoke to me specifically.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I
Wow.
do have a lot of experience when it comes to like Vietnamese restaurants, so I
Uh-huh.
know what good Vietnamese food usually tastes like.
I was gonna say, like,
What?
was it an Asian restaurant?
It was. No,
I feel
so
like Asian restaurants are more willing to hear, or not more willing. Like, for some reason, the Asian restaurants I've been to, not the real ones. When I say real ones, I'm like a real Chinese restaurant or a real Japanese restaurant would not ask for like, oh, how did you like our food? But ones that are like they're trying to introduce Asian cuisine, but they're not really. I don't know how to explain it. Like a westernized version. Is PF Chang's like legit Asian food?
I would say it's pretty westernized.
It's pretty
yeah.
westernized.
It's westernized?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so something like that. Like I feel like a PF Chang's would be like, "Hey, how'd you find your food?" Versus like an actual Chinese, restaurant just being like, "You don't like, you get out," like stuff like that.
No, dude, a legit like Chinese restaurant is like a waitress comes up to you and they're pissed. They're
like,
pissed
hey, what
that
the
you're
fuck
there.
you want,
Always
dude?
pissed.
Yeah. And they're like, wow,
You order now?
more than 4 people. Fuck, man. Okay, you come inside.
Or they would be the types to be like, okay, you're not gonna order more, or like you don't want an
Oh
appetizer.
my
or something.
god!
Like,
you've had that?
You know it's
That's all
legit.
you order?
You know it's legit when you step in the door, the first thing they say is not hello. It's not how are you? How many? That is
Yeah.
like when you
Yeah.
know that is
Yeah.
like you're at a legit like Chinese restaurant.
It's funny you bring this up because we actually had me, my brother, and they had a conversation about Western restaurants versus Eastern restaurants, like Asian restaurants. When it comes to Asian restaurants, the thing is they make most of their money from their food. They want you to get in, eat, get out. Next person come in, get in, get out. But then Western restaurants, when you're talking about like Olive Garden and like what are some diners that
Denny's.
Denny's? No, I'm talking about like Yard House or something.
Yeah,
like
Yard
places
House,
like
good one,
that.
No idea what that is.
Yeah, they make most of their money not on their food. It's all tips and drinks.
What?
So they want you to stay. They want you to stay because you could buy more drinks. Right? So it's just the difference in culture. Like Western culture, they want you to sit and dine longer. Oh, Red Lobster's another one. There you go. Red Lobster. Yeah.
You know why? You know why?
Why?
Asians think probability. The more people you come in, you might get that lucky customer that fucking buys a lot of shit. right?
Yeah.
But in America, it's kind of like, oh no, service. Oh no, buy some more.
So
Buy some more. Would you like some more? Right? But China's like, no, fuck you, I'll give me money.
It's the same.
exactly
I
what
think
it
in
is,
most
yeah.
Asian countries, like it's an unspoken rule almost, where you get in, you don't even talk to your like you don't go to a Chinese restaurant if you want to chill with your friends and eat. You don't.
Yeah, you
Don't
gotta
go
get
to a
out.
Chinese restaurant. You're not gonna be able to.
Yeah, usually when I go to like an Asian restaurant, I just go and get out.
Yeah, like me and Bok one time we were in Japan, and then we went to this like random dive. Like this, we were like, oh man, we're hungry, and then we just find this place. Oh, it says curry over there. Let's just step in. It was like this basement, and there was like no space. We had to line up. We got in. We got our food. We ordered our food. Got it. Ate it. And just left. Just jetted after. I was like, I'll see you upstairs. You're not done eating it. I'll see you upstairs. That's how like you can't like chill and be like, oh yeah, I'll just check my phone.
No, there's another thing he was telling me about, that something he would do if you ate too slow.
Yeah.
He would eat and then he would go up and then pay and just stare at you eating. And then when you or something like that, something along those lines.
What?
Yeah. It was something along those lines. I think it's like when he was with his ex or something. You guys would go out to eat.
Yeah.
And you would finish your food and your ex is or whoever's still eating.
Oh, to get people to eat faster?
Yeah, you would go pay or something.
I would legit like, so what I do, because I eat food real quick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta wait, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll do is like I'm done eating and they're still eating. And my ex used to be a really slow eater, right? And so what I would do is I would in front of her be like, hey, can I have a check?
Just pressure her.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Check comes out, sign it, tip, done. Right? It's on the table, right? And I make sure for the waiter or the waitress to come by to pick up that check so it's done. No additions, no nothing. I'll just sit there like.
Yeah. Yeah. What we done?
Wow, so tasty, huh? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Does she like not even finish it and is like, I'll just have it to go?
No, dude.
You go outside and you vape.
Oh, I've done that too. I've done that too, bro.
Wow.
I've done that too. Oh, I've stepped out. Hey. I'm gonna vape real quick. I'll BRB. Step out. Stay outside for a couple minutes, right? And then I'll do one of these. Like I'll open the door and just be like,
You have two watches? Like check both wrists.
No. He's the other hand's opening
the door. I open the door. Yeah. Kind of like peek in and just kind of. So like here. So I just open the door.
I'm gonna go turn the AC on in the car.
Oh, dude. Because my car has an automatic start, right?
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it
you
does.
can start the car from outside?
I can start the car from outside, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
But the thing is before, so when I click it twice, it goes like whoop whoop. Right? So like you hear the whoop whoop, right? So and one time I parked in front and my friend, like they were just talking a lot, right? We already ate, check's been paid, they're sitting, right? I legit was like whoop whoop. And they're like, oh, do we gotta go somewhere? I'm like, I want to get out. Oh my god.
Oh,
jeez.
That's great.
That's how we grew up learning to eat, though. Like most Eastern Asian people, like we just eat, get out, and we eat and we inhale that shit. We literally inhale that shit.
You know, a lot of Korean barbecue restaurants, they play K-pop for a specific reason. There's a specific reason for that. They specifically choose songs that are like 100 BPM over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because thing is like we listen to the songs and stuff. It's like a nightclub sometimes, right? Like the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why is it gets our heart rate racing. And there is this weird sense of urgency. So it gets people to eat faster and get the fuck out. And so like I spoke to two K barbecue managers, and they told me that was the explanation that they got. Was to get people's heart rates going, so they'll feel a little antsy and get the fuck out.
Mhm.
Man, I mean, it works.
That's what that
Yeah,
is.
I mean,
It fucking works. I mean, it does. It really does.
just fucking walk into a club, fucking two big ass subwoofers and PA systems, like a small ass place. You just want them to finish eating and getting out. Just
Yeah.
fucking turn the music so loud to this so they
pretty
can't
much,
even
yeah.
have a
You
conversation.
can't even have a conversation. Yeah, it's like, yeah, dude.
Man. Oh yeah, and actually, that's another good point. Like most Korean barbecue places do have like a 2-hour limit. So
Yeah,
what were we talking about again?
I don't remember.
We went from
Now we're talking about
Talking
food.
about
well, we're
companies.
talking about imposter
Now we're just
syndrome.
talking about food. No, we're talking
Yeah.
about companies and doing the
companies.
things that you like listening to feedback.
Oh yeah, feedback. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And well, it's still your feedback.
Well-
There's food feeding.
Well, I mean, I think
Yeah.
I think we could easily make this more personal. It's just kind of like when you receive criticism,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? Like, because Asian and we get criticism all the time in our videos,
Mhm.
all the time. Every single video, there's always some sort of criticism. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, do we listen to them? No, not always, but sometimes we do.
Yeah.
Right?
Sometimes we do. Yeah.
But it depends. Like companies, though, I view them the same way, right? They don't
Mhm.
have to listen to you, right? It's their
Mhm.
business. They can do whatever the fuck they want, right?
Mhm.
I mean, like VR chat, for instance, they didn't have to do that, right? Because it's
No,
Yeah.
they're not. Yeah, we're not entitled.
yeah,
to,
we're not entitled
yeah.
to getting what we want because we're using their platform and
Mhm.
we've chosen to use that platform.
Same with YouTube.
Right. So
or
like
Twitch or anything.
yeah, that's why I mean I talk shit a little bit about the super chat thing, but at the end of the day, I do it because I'm like, yeah, it's their platform. They can charge however the fuck they want. They can take 90% of super chats potential, but they don't.
Oh,
Right.
speaking of like features, like they're getting rid of hosting on Twitch
Oh, really?
for some reason.
Why?
Yeah,
You can't host, but you can still raid.
you can still raid people, but the hosting, because I always thought it was they weren't really the same thing, because you raid people after you stream, right? You're like, oh, I want to
Yes.
raid this person,
have
Hosting
to
is
be live.
basically
When you're offline,
get the
yeah,
vibes
yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hosting offline, it's like, hey, I just want people. If people click on my Twitch, I want them to see my homie or someone I care about
Mhm.
or a favorite streamer of mine, right? Instead of just a blank screen. So I don't know why they're getting rid of hosting. That's kind of weird to me.
I mean,
oh, well,
I
it
can
is what
kind
it
of
is.
see a reason for it.
What do you think?
So the thing is, like, you got to think of like what their motives are, right? So,
Mhm.
for instance, YouTube and I think Twitch are the same. They want people to stay on their webpage as long as possible, right? So the thing is with hosting, you would have to click on a channel that's offline, right? So I think I could be completely wrong, but I just thought of this. It could be because the likelihood of somebody to click on an offline channel to continue watching Twitch is very low,
Mhm.
right? Because sometimes I click on like I heard about this streamer, right? And I click and like and somebody's and like I would very rarely click on that, right?
Mhm.
And also like I don't think it actually brings in that much traffic because most people who you host are just either what do you call those, the lurkers, or people who just happen to have their favorite streamer on and just kind of like all tapped out, right? So they're not
I
actual
have a-
viewers. They're not actual viewers that you're bringing
Mhm.
into.
That's true, but at the same time, like this happened to Asian recently when Rack came back. Do you remember? When you
Oh
were streaming
yeah,
music.
that did. Yeah.
He was hosting. He was just. I guess he had his
Yeah.
auto host just set to Asian, and I remember Christy messaging me. I was like, "Are these actual? Like, is he getting viewer botted
Yeah.
right now?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't think so."
They're-
And then
like-
people started chatting like, "Hey, it's Asian, blah blah blah," and then they started following. I was like, "Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's like it actually, there's a good side to it." So I don't know why they'd be like, "Oh, it's not worth it now," or I don't know. It just seems like a good feature.
I think it's a good feature, but I don't think it's necessary. My personal opinion.
Yeah, maybe not.
think it's
I guess
not.
the engagement is rare.
No,
That's a
yeah.
rare occurrence then.
Yeah, no, I think like if there wasn't any hosting at all, that would cause for people to not click on offline channels.
Mhm.
Most people would click on live, like streamers who are actually live. So there would be more interaction
True.
There would
Yeah.
be yeah. So and instead of clicking on a dead channel,
Yeah.
I'm not dead, but like offline channel.
An offline channel. Yeah.
So I think, do they need to get rid of it? No, but what they could just be cleaning house. Be like, why even have it? Where if it doesn't actually do anything, I
It's
think
not really benefiting the channel.
Yeah, it does.
The platform. Yeah.
Well, we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
It's just interesting that they're making these moves. Oh, Google Plus, man. Why'd they get rid of Google Plus? It's my favorite platform. Did you guys ever use Google Plus?
No.
I did. It was like, because they had all these like tech groups for like Android and for whatnot. And so I would go on there and be like, I used to like, I don't know if you guys remember that you could like change your Android to like have the most plainest version of Android, no matter what phone you had. It was like cyanogen mod. I don't know if anyone remembers that. That's such nerdy,
No,
crappy
I have
stuff.
absolutely no idea.
Oh man, it was like jailbreaking your iPhone basically,
For
but for
Androids?
Android. Yeah,
No.
man, cyanogen mod. I haven't heard that come out of my mouth in years.
Do we have one more topic to talk about?
Nope, we could jump
that's it?
straight to question.
Okay. All right.
Wait,
we're gonna
we really didn't have one more topic? I thought we did.
Did we? Oh wait, no, we do. We do.
I mean, they can. I guess people can ask questions while we talk about this next one. I guess.
Yeah,
I don't remember what the
yeah.
I don't. Remember
Everyone
what the
start
topic was.
thinking about the questions.
Start
you
thinking
wanna
about
ask.
questions. This is the
Yeah.
format. You at me. You at Charkly on
Charkary.
YouTube. Charkly on
Twitch.
on Twitch.
Yeah.
So you at, and then you ask the question. But yeah, we're gonna talk about this thing. So me and OG were just randomly talking about homeless people one day.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, hey, we should talk about this on the stream, on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Because we've had so many weird experiences with homeless people.
I had so many weird
Oh,
experiences.
I
with
got,
homeless
dude. I got a handful about my interaction with homeless people.
people.
Go ahead, I
Oh,
want to
man.
hear.
Asian, you want to go first? Because I spoke first last time.
Oh, okay. What are we? Okay, what are we talking about? Are we just talking
Just
about
homeless people.
interactions? Oh, okay. Well, here, I'll talk about some interactions I got. So like this is one time. So like there's remember that restaurant I took you to, with the orange sauce?
Orange sauce? Oh
The-
yeah,
the-
yeah.
The shitty Mexican food, but then the sauce
Oh,
is good.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude. Fuck, that's
Remember when you
another
ate it?
topic, dude. That's a whole nother
Okay,
fucking topic. Holy
but-
shit.
They have a downtown location. They have like 5 or 6 locations in downtown, but there's like this one downtown location. It's like a house. But then there's like a whole bunch of homeless people down there in downtown. But this one time it was me and my friend. We were leaving that restaurant, and then this homeless guy is like, "Hey, yo, you got any change?" I'm like, sorry, dude, I don't carry cash on me, but hey, I got these bag of chips that I'm not gonna eat anymore. You can have it. He's like, no, it's okay. And then like right when we walked away, he's like, fucking liar. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, dude. So what's my fucking money, dude?
Dude, I had a very similar. Oh, by the way, somebody mentioned it in chat, and yeah, rest in peace, Queen of England.
Oh, Queen of England.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, long live the king. I can't believe they said
I
that.
wonder how many homeless people the Queen has seen in her lifetime.
I don't know. To her, probably everybody looks homeless. But anyway, yeah. But like, so this was during my college years. So this was in my college year. So I wasn't making that much money, and I went to El Pollo Loco. And I used to get like the breast, leg, and thigh combo, and I always get 2 salads with it. With this, oh my god, the cilantro dressing is so good. But anyways, but I saw the guy sitting out in front, and he was reading a book, and he wasn't bothering anybody. And I was like, I have some extra money. It's for lunch tomorrow, but this guy, he probably hasn't eaten in a while, right? I'm gonna spend a couple bucks. I'm gonna get him some fish tacos. Right. So I got 4 fish tacos from El Pollo Loco, right? And I felt really good about myself. I was like, wow, you're such a good guy. You're so caring, right? You're such a philanthropist. Right? Was kind of like what I was going through my head, right? So
Uh-huh.
I had my bag of chicken on one hand, and then the bag on tacos. So I walked over and I leaned in. I was like, "Yo, dude, I don't know what you're going through, but you know what? You look really hungry, and so I got you some fish tacos. I hope you enjoy it." And he was like, "Nah, man, I'm good." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude, it's okay." I'm like, "Oh, I mean, I bought these specifically for you." And then he leans to the left and he's like, "What's in there?" My other bag. And I was like, chicken? It's like, "I'll have that." I was like, "Fuck you." Legit. I was like, "Fuck you, man. It's my lunch, dude. I'm gonna fucking eat these tacos and my chicken, man. Shit." And I walked away and he was like, "All right, man, fuck you too." I'm like, "No, fuck you, bitch." I legit yelled that, and it became a very awkward walk away from the
It just sounds
in my head,
funny.
I'm like, "You entitled little bitch, man. I was being a
Ungrateful
philanthropist. You
ass.
grateful ass
Yeah.
motherfucker." Like, dude, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
I used to get like kids come up to me, like me and my friends would be at like a restaurant and it had like it wasn't in like a it could be like a KFC, even in a mall. This happened in a mall,
Mhm.
and these kids would just come in like no shoes, no nothing, and they'd have these cards explaining like their situation, and they just drop it in front of you, and they'd be like, "Please, please." Just go, "Please." I'm like, like, why? What do you want me to do? And so they're basically, and I feel like a lot of this is just a scam. I feel like a lot of it is fake, because there are a lot of like homeless
lot of
people out there that
panhandlers who
actually
just-
do have
yeah.
homes, and are just just begging on the streets because that's what they know how. That's what they do. That's all they know to how to do. And it's just, oh man. Like I don't know what, like, as much as I want to help them, like I don't want to enable them to be more of what I don't want to feed that system basically.
Yeah.
And so I refuse to hand anything. If I do hand anything, it's like there are these guys, like if you're pulling out of a driveway, like if you parked like at a shop somewhere and you pull out of the driveway, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you're good. They like help you. They either help you park or help you get out.
Yeah.
Like usually you tip those people. They don't even work for the guy there. They're just dudes
Yeah.
who squat in that area,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they wait for you to like, okay, and they wait for you to open the window and be like, "Okay, I helped you out. Where's my money?"
Oh, bro. That reminded me of something my dad did. He was so fucking gangster, dude.
I wanna
Holy
hear
fucking
this.
shit. Oh, I remember this. Oh my god, this is when my dad was here. So I let my dad drive my car while I was here, right? Because I was work from home at the time, full time, and I was doing YouTube at home anyway. So I was like, dude, fucking take my car, right? And he was like, all right. He was like, "All right, son, we're gonna take your mom, and we're gonna go eat some." We had like kebab, like Persian kebab or some shit. But anyways, but like there is a specific freeway entrance near my house where there's a bunch of these guys. They might be homeless. I don't know. But they have these fucking dirty ass buckets with windshield wipers things. And what they'll do is stand at the traffic light. And when you stop, they will come over and then clean your windows.
Oh my god.
They will clean your windows and then they'll stick their hand out in front of you, right? And my dad was, he's like, fuck. He saw those guys and the light turned red and just like the car in front was being really slow. So he was like, fuck. So we're at the light. And one of those guys showed up. You know what my dad did? He just turned on the windshield wipers on his own and he wiped it by itself with his own. And the guy was like this and my dad was like this back. Oh, dude, I was laughing so hard. I was like, bruh.
Yo, that water too is so nasty. The stuff
That
they
shit
spray
so
on it.
nasty, yeah. But
Oh, it's
legit,
like pee.
my dad saw him coming. Not today. Oh fuck, that shit was so
That's
gangster.
great.
Holy shit. Oh god, I love my dad. Fuck, man.
Imagine, you know what? I was expecting like your dad to like he just let it happen. He
Yeah.
just let it happen, and then he comes back to the guy at night, like while he's asleep, and starts spraying his face.
Oh my god.
Starts squeegeing his face. Like, see what it's like. Now you know.
God.
You spray me without my permission. I
man,
spray you without
dude.
your permission.
That actually reminded me something really fucked up, but it was actually kind of funny.
Go ahead.
So like you know those I don't know if they're if it's in the Philippines, but like we have car washes, right? We have car washes in the States, but we also have like car washes where you can pay like 50 cents to 75 cents. And then there's like a soap and also like there's a soap hose and also a water hose, like high pressure like washing thing that's like docked on the side and it's like timed.
Oh yeah,
And you can wash your own car by yourself.
Yeah,
And there's a vacuum attached as well. And so I was washing my own car, and then there was this guy, and he's like this redneck, right? And he's washed his truck, and he's trying to talk to me, right? I can't even hear him, right? I was like, oh yeah. And some homeless guy walks up, and he was asking us for change, right? And he I think he had a hard time hearing like the guy over there, and then he was like, what? And dude, so the homeless guy walked over and put his hand on the guy's truck, right? And the guy got so pissed, he aimed the high pressure washer and just like fucking shot it with the water.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh sheesh.
Oh shit, dude. I was like, what the fuck? But inside I was like, that's actually kind of funny.
No, the self-serve car wash seems
God.
like a cool. I wish we had that. I don't think we have those here.
It's
That
really
sounds so
cheap.
cool.
No, that's how I washed the carpet that Rama peed in.
Yeah.
Like,
You
no, she-
rolled it all.
Yeah, I
out
rolled it
instead of
out
a
on the
car,
floor, and
started
then I just
spraying down.
fucking pressure washed it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how I get all that pee out. Yeah,
That's so funny though. It just started pressure washing.
yeah.
Wait, was it that carpet, that specific carpet?
No, not
behind
this
you?
one. It's the one in
The living room.
the dining room.
Oh, the dining room.
Yeah, that one.
Also,
she likes peeing
As
on
for
that
questions, we have one question that I think is pretty interesting. It's from CG. He said, "What if the world is ending, but only you know?"
Wait. We need to open that part of the
What?
Q&A section for them.
one. I thought it's been open already.
Oh, it's
No,
been
it's been
open?
Yeah, remember? We told
No, we're
him to
talking about
ask
homeless people. We were talking about our last topic, homeless people.
No, we were like, oh, let's have the
Okay,
questions
all
open
right.
while we
never-
homeless.
Yeah, because
While
if we don't open it, we'll have a lull again, and we'll have to wait for the questions to come in.
Yeah.
Because yeah, okay.
Yeah,
The questions-
no one's
didn't-
asking questions right now.
No one's asking
we had
questions
one.
on my. No one asked the question on my chat because we didn't open the Q&A section.
Oh, I opened it. Remember? Look. I said
Oh,
questions
okay.
time still open. Still open.
Okay.
Oh well, whatever. I said one asked, "What if the world is ending, but only you know? What will be your priority or last priority? The last thing you do, basically. So only you know. Like, I guess I'll tell people first of all. Like, hey,
I'm gonna
It's
try to
actually
contract
ended.
as much STDs as possible. That will be my thing, and try to spread it as much as I can at the same time.
oh my god,
I want to create like the super STD.
the super SRD.
Yeah,
What is it called? The gonosyphilis?
yeah.
Yeah.
The Ghana super fipulous area. Dude. No, I just want to name it the umjiberitis.
The umg.
No, the umjitis. The umjitis, dude.
The vaginus.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, that would be.
Vaginicitis.
Dude, if I knew the world was ending, dude, I would do some devious shit, dude. Holy fuck. I feel like I totally would. I would totally do some devious shit.
I would poop in my friend's shoe and have him wear it. Just be like, yeah.
I'd roll around the mud and pretend to be a pig. Reverse evolution.
Wow.
I don't
You know
know.
how
Dude,
they're-
I
you
feel
know
like I
how-
wouldn't give a fuck, dude. I feel like I just would. Dude, it would be pandemonium. It would be absolute pandemonium for me.
Yeah.
You know how they polish? Did you see that trend where in Japan they were like getting these aluminum foil balls and they'd crumple it up and then they'd polish it until it's like mirrored, like a mirror finish.
What?
Wait, you guys ever seen that?
No, I've never
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Basically, it's an aluminum ball. They crumple it up and they mirror finish it. Like I want to do that to one of my balls. I want to see if I can get a mirror finish.
You want to get rid of the wrinkles in your ball sack?
Yeah, make it smooth.
Nice.
Get Botox on just one of them.
No,
Oh,
someone
wait,
asked a
it's-
question earlier. Someone
Wait,
asked a
wait.
question earlier. I forgot who it was.
I'll scroll up.
It wasn't even pinged. I told them to hold off on that one.
Oh, we got another one on over here too.
Where is it?
I was thinking earlier today I was on VR chat with a friend. She was like commenting on the clothes of one of these avatars, and she was like, man, there's so many avatars where I know that a lot of avatars want to be sexy and whatever, but some of them are just like stupid, like they make no sense. Like, yeah, you get cleavage, you get under boob, you get side boob, but sometimes it's just like one boob is out, like it's just one, like the other side's fully covered and the one side's like aired out. And then I was like, yeah, don't girls do that? Like guys just, you know, if they're feeling hot, they just let one ball out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a normal thing. Like wearing shorts, just have one ball out just to cool off. Have it stick to your chair.
I mean, that's how I sleep, dude. Okay, wait. Well, I mean, Asian knows, dude. I sleep like naked. I mean, I just wear underwear and I sleep. But like, if I do wear a shirt, I always end up with like one boob out. Like my shirt is like lifted up
like
to the
up,
point,
yeah.
up, and it's always I'm always revealing like one titty.
Because it's probably because you're like moving around in bed and it just shifts.
I think I've only slept naked, like completely naked once, just to
dude,
try
it's so
it.
nice. It's so nice.
It's nice, but at the same time, it's like when I woke up, it's like, oh, it just felt weird.
Okay,
I don't know what it was.
It's nice after you shower.
Yeah.
Like if you shower and then sleep naked, that's like one of the best feelings.
Well, sleeping without showering is just without showering first, at least, or at least be
that
a
feels
little fresh.
disgusting.
It feels disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys slept in your jeans before?
I have.
I hate it.
A long time ago.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I've only done it when I was super high or drunk. Because
I can't sleep completely naked though. It's like your balls and your dick are just hanging, and it's like getting stuck to your fucking thigh.
I mean, some of us are not privileged to have that length that you have.
That's just annoying. I have to wear like at least underwear or something.
Yeah. Just
man, imagine having balls longer than your dick.
Just put your dick in a sock and just call it a day. It won't stick to your legs.
Yeah, we don't need condoms, dude. Just use a sock.
Use a sock, bro.
Yeah.
All right. The question I found it. I scrolled up and I saw it. It was where would you recommend for a first-time U.S. traveler?
Ooh.
Oh fuck.
I can answer this.
Yeah.
No,
I would say depends on the climate that you want to be in first.
Yeah.
Because technically, right? It's pretty much the same everywhere. Like, it's not that different. The vibes might be different, but like the language is the same. The types of food might be slightly different, but it's the same shit anywhere you go in America. Most of the time.
You get different dialects of American
Sure,
English.
Yeah. But like
depending on where you go.
But like I would say like 80% of the shit that's in America is everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, you have the Whataburger, you have like the In-N-Out, like those like state specific stuff, and like like the South is probably better with like Tex-Mex or like, you know, like sweet tea is very popular. Like, yeah, there is a little bit of that type of stuff, but overall, it's not that different. It's America, right? And it's like, so I would probably say depends on like what climate you like, because like New York, New Jersey is super hot, super humid.
Yeah, and that's probably like I would say New York is probably like the most like it will represent most of America.
Yeah,
just go to New York.
Yeah.
Or LA.
Yeah, or like LA and New York are legit like, well, they're on the opposite ends of the country, but the climate is literally night and day.
Yeah.
Like they actually have seasons over there while we don't over here.
We don't. We just have blazing heat.
Yeah. So it depends. It depends. I mean, they're pretty much all the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say if you want to like experience like just American, like American culture. Just go. Oh, yeah, you can go anywhere, honestly.
I want to go where I'm the super minority. Like everyone's either super white,
Kansas,
or everyone's like super black.
Kansas,
or
somewhere in the East Coast.
Just be like, wow,
East
no
Coast.
one here looks like me. Wow,
there's a lot of Asians.
Dude,
in the East Coast.
when I was in DC, when I was at Washington DC, when you go on the street, there was all black people on the street, and then when you go into the mall, all white blonde people, like, and then not one Asian, not one Mexican.
It was, dude. When I went to DC, it was a melting pot for me when I went there.
The only time I saw people like different colors was at museums, at like you know how like they have a whole bunch of museums there at DC.
I thought it's because they have like displays of like Chinese people in the museum.
No, they have a whole bunch of museums there. You can't explore all of them in one day. You have to be there for like at least a couple, like 3 or 4 days to go through all the museums.
Dude.
But yeah.
I mean, I got the most racist comments from Kansas because I did a what do you call that? Cross country drive from California to New York. So I did that drive.
Oh shoot!
And like I went down south and I cut into the middle and then I went up to New York. But I mean, this was a long time ago. But we drove by Kansas and literally you don't see anything. You don't see anything. It's like pretty much the same thing. But then I had to put in gas. And then I went in and the guy that kind of kept looking at me and he was like, so where are you from? I'm like, California. No, like where are you really from?
Where are you really from?
Yeah. And legit, I was like, my mom's vagina? Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, no, your parents, where are they from? And I was like, they're American. It's like, no, but like where are you really from? And I'm like, oh, I see what he's getting at. So I was like, oh, I'm Korean. It's like, oh, dude, that's like, dude, I love kung fu movies, bro. And I was like
I love Jackie Chan,
dude,
bro.
in my head, I was like, yeah, I fucking love crackers too. Like, dude, but I didn't say it. But like, I was like, yeah, me too. It's like, hey, you know any moves, bro? I'm like, yeah, bro, but it'll be too dangerous to show you. It's like, oh wow, wow, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, and I kept fucking with him, and then like I started to get angry a little bit, right? Because I'm like, dude, I'm talking to you in fluent English here, like, bro.
No, you should have asked him, hey, where are you from?
Oh, I should have.
No. Where are you really from?
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, I'm American. 100% they would say, oh, I'm from here.
I'm American.
Yeah. No. Where are your parents from? Where are you really from? No, where are your ancestors from?
Yeah. Fuck, man, that shit fucking pissed me off.
Oh man.
No, and like, dude, what I actually do is like when I say I'm Korean, I don't know why people ask me this, North or South.
What?
Like, dude,
I mean,
it's much more
question.
common than you think. As a Korean, it's much more common than you think. Where I'll be like, yeah, be like, oh, we talk about where we're from and shit or whatever. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm actually Korean American. They're like, North or South. And then, bro, like, I was like, there's this one time I was like, motherfucker. So I was like, oh, I'm actually, I literally like, I came down and I was like, I'm actually from the North. I actually escaped about 3 weeks ago. Like, I said this with a fluent American accent, right?
And they believed you?
Yes.
Oh my God.
They're like, oh my God. I was like, dude,
stupid.
I was like, dude, yeah, we crossed the border into China. And we were like, there was like 6 of us and we survived off of 1 Big Mac. Like, we had this 1 Big Mac and I had to portion it to like 15 different pieces because I had to share it. I know, dude. I even threw like a Chinese name. I was like, dude, I had to share it with the Shangpeng. And it was a very terrible experience. We lost 3 on the way as well. And I don't know where my aunts are or my brothers and sisters are. Dude, I had this whole fucking story, and they're like, "Oh my God, what can we do? Is there any way like we could help your family?" I was like, "I don't even know if they're still alive." And they're like, "Oh my God!" And then at the very end, I was like, "No, I'm from the South, you fucking idiot."
You should answer. I'm from neither. I'm from East Korea, man.
Dude, like I don't understand. Like, people from the North can't even enter into America.
Yeah, they can't even leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't.
Well, they can if they want to, but
No,
it's like
they
really
can't.
risky.
No, they if they
But
want to,
it's
they have to go
really-
through smugglers. They have to go through smugglers.
Yeah.
No,
get
there
out.
have been like there's so many what do you call it? Defectors?
Defectors,
So
yeah.
many defectors that are coming out now, but none of them can speak English.
Yeah.
And their Korean is so different from South Korean. So it's like, and they look super different too. So it's like, oh man, people are stupid. I don't know.
Dude, they are stuck in the 90s right now.
Damn.
North
Like
Korea?
they're
Yeah.
using they're using flip phones over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're using
Yeah,
flip
that's
phones.
right. They're not.
do you
they're not
wanna
even allowed
visit?
to use the internet?
I
there,
would
huh?
I would like to visit just to see what it's like.
So you
I
can
don't think you're allowed to.
you can go to the
No,
DMZ.
you can. They have
go
tourism.
to the you can go to the DMZ.
Oh wait,
And in South Korea, so you can technically cross over to North Korea that way physically. Or
Mhm.
if you're from a specific country and it's very difficult for Americans to get it, you can get a North Korean tour.
I
But
kind of want one.
but it is extremely difficult to get. And one of my friends did go there, but he didn't use his American passport. He's dual citizen. I think he went
Mhm.
with a British passport. I think he went with a British passport. But he told me like all you see is just propaganda of how Americans are pigs and just monsters, legit.
Yeah,
And they
how
Yeah.
great
yeah,
they are.
but yeah, it's bad.
Fucking Charlie.
No, you could go. I was watching like YouTube. Like there was a time where I just binge watched a bunch of like vlogs of dudes like in North Korea and showing you like this is life in North Korea. Look what he did, how I get my groceries, and this is how I upload my YouTube videos. Like it's so weird. It's like you're playing a post-apocalyptic game. What it looks like. Everything looks like it's deserted, and anything that looks like a real like store or like a real restaurant, it all looks like fake. It's like what was that show? I never actually saw this show, but it's like Westworld. It's like Westworld. Is that familiar to you guys? Like it's that sci-fi show where everything's like fake.
Western. It's all Western. Yeah,
Yeah. It's so
it's
weird.
all sets. Yeah.
It's like an amusement park. Like everywhere you go is like a Disneyland where everything's fake. Yeah, everything's made to look too pretty. At least in is it Pyong? I forgot the name of the place.
Pyongyang.
Yeah, Pyongyang. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so weird. But I kind of want to go. I kind of want to see what it's like. It's one of the things I want to try before I die.
You want to try to go to North Korea?
Yeah, and then escape.
I'm waiting for that one day where North Korea is like open to the public, and then people are just able to go there, and like just a
Cuba.
whole- and you'll
Cuba's
see like
open
a
now.
whole, and you'll see like a whole documentary and like just a bunch of people posting videos about like life in North Korea before it became like industrialized or like technology ridden and stuff. That'd be cool.
Man, that would be if that. Yeah, like liberating North Korea. If that would
Yeah.
even be possible at this point. Yeah. Because man, a lot of crazy stuff happens there. Also, we have some really lighthearted questions. I think we should. It's fun to answer. Really, just lightning round questions. This is from Sour Moose. He says, "If you found a genie, what would your 3 wishes be?"
I don't know.
I wish for more wishes.
That's like the super easy answer to do.
This-
No, but
Super-
that's
yeah, I
one
wish
of the
for more
there's like
wishes.
there's so many rules to it though. That's why. Like the genie, like you're not allowed to wish for more wishes.
Wait, can I wish for more genies? Give me more genies, so I get 3 more wishes from those genies. You can't wish for more wishes. Can you wish for more genies? Or wish for a wishing well, so you can wish on the well instead. All right, moving on. Next question from Butters. If you could go back in time and kill Hitler, but you had to kill baby Hitler and you had to do it with your bare hands, could you do it? No, man, baby Hitler is so cute.
No, I can't.
Go look up baby Hitler on Google. He's so cute. Could
I know,
never do that to him.
because it's not so much baby Hitler. That's never mind. I'm just gonna stop. That's too
no,
deep.
I mean, here's the thing, and it's from one of my favorite movies, like Minority Report.
Oh yeah,
Is it okay to arrest or execute someone for someone who potentially would have murdered someone, but they haven't murdered someone? Is it okay to put justice upon someone before they've actually committed the crime? You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
So yeah,
Well, I don't think so. But
that's the
Minority
thing.
Report's so good.
Yeah. So,
Tom
like,
Cruise is so good in that movie.
yeah. Unfortunately, I think um I don't think you should. It's so
Hmm.
fucked up because like you didn't commit a crime. So what crimes are you paying penance for? Right? So I think there are penalties for if you got caught scheming to commit a crime.
Mm-hmm.
I think if there was evidence that you would have like blown up a building or if you like would have
Yeah.
murdered somebody, there
Or
is
sent death threats.
yeah. So there are specific crimes for that, but like I don't know, like how far do we go? Like oh, we got in a time machine and you murdered like millions of lives, like so we're gonna just end your life here. Is this kind of like oof? I don't know how I feel about that.
Like this person on Asian's chat, Sam said, I'd teach that motherfucker how to draw for Hitler.
Oh, yo, that's a good
that's
one.
such a good answer.
That's such
I
a
love
good
that.
answer. Oh, historian.
Because he was a frustrated artist.
He was a frustrated artist.
for,
yeah.
for guys who don't know. That's funny.
Yeah. He was a good
I'd
artist.
teach that motherfucker how to
He
draw.
was actually a pretty good artist, and he had a girlfriend too. I think he had a really good girlfriend, but he was a failure as an artist. And then he created the Third Reich.
Yeah, that's because he had his aspirations set before his priorities.
Exactly. Yeah.
Man. Full circle.
Yeah. Should have stuck to his aspirations.
Should have stuck to it, man. All right, next question from Deepless is a very deep one. Would you kill a puppy with a chainsaw for $1 million?
Yes.
Would I what?
Would he kill a puppy with a chainsaw for $1 million?
No, I
Yes.
wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I can't, man.
That's a crime, by the way.
I'll do it
Wait,
secretly.
chainsaw?
And then I'll eat it.
Murdering an animal is it like murdering? Technically, murdering an animal without a license is a crime.
Oh,
What
shit.
if you were cutting down a tree and the puppy just happened to be strapped to the tree?
Oh,
I was just cutting this tree.
Oh, go nuts, bro.
Yeah.
I love these stupid questions.
And I'll eat it. I'll cook it with the wood I chopped.
Yeah. No, use the chainsaw to cook it because of the heat.
Wait,
the friction from
have
the
you guys
chainsaw.
actually eaten like fresh game before?
No, like
No.
deer. No,
Oh, I've eaten.
I've had deer, but not fresh.
I've eaten a rabbit before, like freshly caught rabbit. This was for my.
Was it good?
Well, I don't remember because I was drunk. No, I didn't I tell you about my 18th birthday where I might have had my first gay experience?
Yeah, I
Whoa,
remember that.
let's hear this.
I remember you telling me that, yeah.
TLDR, my friends kidnapped me for my 18th birthday. It was 5 guys and myself, and they took me to the mountains. And the only source of like hydration we had was like 2 cases of Jack Daniels, like cases. I'm talking cases. That was our fluids for the weekend. And one of my friends' dad was a hunter, and so he technically was trained. And we were trying to hunt for 2 days. We didn't catch anything, and all we were doing was just drinking Jack Daniels, throwing up everywhere. And then we finally caught a rabbit, and then he fucking sliced it open, skinned it, and we like 6 guys were just chewing
Eating
on
the rabbit.
eating the rabbit, and then we drank a lot and dude, it was like the best feeling ever when we were eating it. And I woke up the next morning, and my pants were off, and my dick was in pain.
Whoa, what?
And when I stepped outside, all the guys were sleeping naked.
Did they try to put your dick in the Jack Daniels
I don't
bottle?
know. I don't remember. But all I remember is I stepped out of the campsite and I came back 20, 30 minutes later. Everyone's dressed except for my best friend. And my best friend, as he woke up, said, "My ass hurts."
Oh my God. You had a Brokeback Mountain experience.
So I don't know. Maybe I slept on it wrong. Maybe my friend like maybe he I don't. What?
Nothing.
If only had pre-crime to figure out.
Yeah, if only we
what was
had pre-crime. If only Minority Report was a real thing.
crazy, man.
Oh,
Did you sleep in one tent?
No, we each had our own tents. Yeah.
Oh,
But dude,
That's funny.
the sight that I saw when I stepped out of my tent, it looked like a fucking massacre. Dude, it was like shit was everywhere. Everyone's fucking naked and just sleeping on the ground. One guy, his ass cheeks were out, and like his top torso was in the tent, and the other half like was just like outside.
Just
Like,
hanging out of the
yeah, dude, that shit was like weird.
Oh.
And
Wait, was
and then we like at the end, like we were starving, so we drove to In-N-Out, and I spent like $60 worth of In-N-Out.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of fucking burgers and fries.
man,
dude.
that's a perfect. That's the perfect way to conclude it, though. It's like you were
Yeah.
going in and out. Now you're going to In-N-Out.
Like, oh god. Oh Jesus.
That's funny.
And
Oh,
the
man.
following day, I was worried maybe that there was some debauchery going on potentially, and so I went to get checked for STDs,
Oh, sheesh.
and
Was that bad?
3 of my friends showed up at the same checkup clinic.
It's funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was awkward. Yeah, that was awkward. We don't.
Oh,
we
man.
haven't spoken about it to this day.
Damn. Except for you.
I mean,
Oh,
to
were
each
any
other.
of them-
To each other.
to
yeah.
each- okay, to
Were,
each other.
were any of them actually gay, or they
No,
were just like
no.
experimenting?
We all had girlfriends.
Also, they were just experimenting, or just feeling.
I don't.
Yeah.
I legit blacked out, so I don't remember what happened. I don't remember. What
Man.
happened.
Sometimes I wish like this is not because I like for blacking out purposes, but sometimes I wish like there was a way for you to like access your memories and relive them
No,
like, in your brain.
no, I don't want to see what happened.
No.
I don't
No,
wanna see
I
what
mean
happened.
you have the choice whether or not to do it, but sometimes I wish I could like just relive moments in my brain. It's like revisiting cutscenes in a video game. You go to the main menu and like,
Yeah.
oh. Or if you finish
Fucking
the
Doctor
porn game,
Strange.
if you finish an arrow game, an H game, and then you're like, oh, I just want to see the sex scenes again. Not have to
Oh!
like play the game. Like the
Actually,
gallery.
yeah.
That's what I want in my brain when it comes
Oh,
to like
God.
memories and
Oh
stuff.
god.
Wait, what were you saying?
I actually had a random question pop in my head. Actually, DJ kind of sparked it. Have you guys? Because the 3 of us here, where we happen to be straight, right? So like,
We happen to be.
we happen to be. Have you guys ever had a moment where you questioned your sexuality?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And how did you prove to yourself that you weren't what you are now? For sure.
I just thought about it more. Try to see if it would get hard. Nothing happened.
I'll just say every time I thought about it, I was like, no.
Wow. Dude,
Well, that too.
I've gotten hard to gay porn before.
Oh, then you're gay.
Oh.
Okay, Charkley.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No,
or you just like
I actually
or you just like the sounds.
I
Maybe the sounds are
actually
good.
made out with a guy once to test it, and I was like, no.
Oh
No.
wait. Yeah, wait, there's that that Black Mirror episode.
Huh?
Have you guys seen that? There's a Black Mirror episode where these 2 guys, like the 2 best
Oh
friends,
yes,
and they
Yes!
Asian, have you seen this?
so good. This one's so
Because
good.
what was crazy is that when I saw that episode, it made me think like. Also, just to give context, like when I questioned myself, it's not because of me having a relationship with a guy. It was that I was catfished essentially.
Yeah.
I was catfished. And I thought to myself, like, after finding the truth out, I was like, am I still attracted to that person? Because I like who they are, but they're not who they say they are entirely because they're actually a guy and not a girl. So I was catfished. And I was like, what do I do with these feelings? And I tried to see if I could fulfill those feelings somehow. Like if that's really who I am, but I couldn't. I was like, nah, it's nothing. I can't. And then I saw that Black Mirror episode. I was like, holy crap. Because they basically, I don't want to spoil it. They basically tested out like, oh, are we? Like we're buddies and we do this online. because it's a virtual thing. Oh my god, it's crazy.
It's
you guys should watch it.
Oh man, it's such a good
It was
episode.
a good episode. Yeah.
Have you watched any Black Mirror stuff, Asian?
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude, that
I
I've
should
shit.
watch that one.
Dude,
I've watched quite a few.
If you want like a sprinkle of depression in your life, you watch that shit, dude. One episode is difficult to watch in
Mm.
Black Mirror. I used to like space it out like throughout the week. Oh man, because I tried watching 3
No, my
episodes
favorite-
back to back. I was like, dude, I just want to like choke out a puppy right now.
Oh man.
My favorite episode was the one where like it's like virtual reality. They had the thing in their heads like this, and then like the nerdy like boss or something, or like at the workplace, like they had like he had like a copy of each like worker or something that he likes or doesn't like, and he just bosses them around as a virtual reality.
Oh,
then-
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen that one.
It was one of the first ones. It was one of the first.
I saw the first. I don't remember that.
I forgot which one it was, but basically, some of the coworkers they found out and they sneak into his home while he was in this thing, and then they sneak into his reality, and then I'm not gonna spoil it. I think you should watch it on your own. It's a
Oh
good one.
damn! Oh
I
cool.
don't remember that one. It's first season because I've seen like the first 3.
It's the first. It's like the one where like they were like in a ship or something in space, and he's like the commander or something. in
Oh,
virtual
the
reality.
Star Trek
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Okay, I remember now.
Oh.
I remember now.
But that was
Yeah,
but that was it was all virtual.
It was all
reality,
virtual.
as I said.
Yeah. Okay. I remember.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that was my favorite one.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. The Christmas episode was my favorite.
Well, I have a random question for you guys. Like, what got you guys into like VR?
I
Like,
was
what-
never into VR.
He got into VR because I gave him the
'Cause of
headset that he has
OMG?
now.
I was never into VR in general. I only have it because of UMG, and I tried it. I was like, nah, it's not for me.
Yeah.
But you played VR chat before that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I played VR chat on desktop. Yeah,
What about you, MG?
I was like, I like the idea of VR, but I was like, oh, it's too early. And I played. So like before I made the Bear channel, I used to stream on Twitch on a different alias. And
MG dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I streamed there for like a year and a half actually on that platform. It was actually
Oh
pretty,
wow, it was a lot longer than I thought.
yeah, it was actually pretty successful actually. One of my subscribers at the time told me that I should try VR chat on desktop, and so I played it, and then I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. It's kind of fun. And I was like, oh, this is a game that Asian Styles, Mr. Wobbles, the Do plays. So I should like try playing a little bit. And then I was like, I got sound equipment. I'll sing on here. And so I played it. And then once I played enough VR chat, I was like, I really want to try VR. And so I got the Rift S, and I was like, holy shit, this shit's fucking amazing. And then that's kind of how it sparked. Like VR chat was the gateway for me to actually own a pair of
also
VR
like
goggles.
the game itself. Yeah.
But I was always interested in it. Like I was interested in it ever since the Wii came out. Because it's technically the Wii was the one thing that was like, holy shit, we can actually do stuff that's beyond just this.
It's a controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can interact.
Yeah,
with
so I was like, this is
motion.
really
Yeah.
cool. So I played a lot of Just Dance on the PS. PS had that thing too. I forgot what it's called. The PlayStation, they had their own little. It's literally
Xbox had it too.
yeah, no, Xbox Connect, but like that was really cool too. So I did a lot of Xbox Connect with my friends. But on the PlayStation, they had this 2 vibrator looking things that like glow. The ball is glowing.
yeah.
What do you call that
Yeah.
shit?
I don't know. those.
I forgot the motion.
But
thingies,
PlayStation Move. PlayStation Move. Yeah,
Move.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I did a lot of like Just Dance stuff on it. That was super fun. Played the Wii, and then when I was like, I can do this, but like in VR, that's kind of cool. And I saw some videos. I'm like, dude, this VR shit looks trash. and like fucking 15 FPS. I'm like, fuck that shit, dude. I can't. And then when things got better, yeah, that's why I tapped in. And now I'm all about VR. Yeah.
You know what's funny is that so my first experience playing VR was on some Vive. I think the first Vive. And my cousin set it up at his place and he was like, "Yo, you gotta try this." And I was really skeptical. I was like, "Nah, I feel like I'm gonna be nauseous." Because I had experience with I don't know if you guys remember the Virtual Boy, the Nintendo. That
Oh my
red
god.
dude, it was cursed.
Oh,
And
bro.
then my dad was really into VR too. Like he had a really early headset, and I played Doom on there. I'll find the picture. It's a huge headset. It like goes.
Yeah.
It's like a helmet almost.
Yeah. It's a helmet.
And
It's an actual helmet itself. Yeah.
yeah. So my dad was really into Doom and Wolfenstein VR. So first person stuff. And so I had exposure to that and the Virtual Boy growing up. So I was always interested, but I was like, yeah, it feels like it's gonna be too nauseous for me, and I feel like there's gonna be lag or whatever. So I was skeptical going into it first. But when my cousin was like, "Yo, I set up this Vive in my place. You want to try it?" And I think we played. God, what was it? It was like a demo game. It wasn't even a full on game. And then after a few months after, he got the Quest, and the Quest had their own exclusives. They had Robo Recall and other games like that. And then they had the Darth Vader series, the
Oh,
Sith
nice.
thing.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
holy
That was
crap,
fun.
okay, VR is crazy. It's so good. And so that was my first foray into it. And then he surprised me with like, hey, you want one? I was like, wait, what do you have? He's like, I got Windows Mixed Reality if you want one. It's like an older one. I was like, oh crap. So Windows Mixed Reality, if no one knows, it's like really trashy PC VR.
Yeah.
And this one was absolute trash. Bach has it now. He knows it's trash. I gave it to him. And I didn't have any games when I launched when he gave it to me. I was like, crap, I don't have any games. So what do I play? And then I was like, VR chat's free. Let's give this a try.
Oh, interesting.
So that was technically my first VR game that I owned and played. Oh man.
Oh,
and I never experienced VR chat in desktop because I thought it was only in VR.
I technically played. There's this mech game called Hawken. I think they so one of my friends was actually one of the developers on that game. And I think it was at a E3. They had it was VR compatible. So you were pretty much in the cockpit. And you would just kind of control your mech in that. And so I remember that shit was fucking mind blowing. Yeah, I fell on my ass though because they had us standing up. I don't know why they would do something like that. But
Hawkins, it's crazy good.
Yeah, it was.
It's like Steel Battalion. But
Yeah. But like one of my friends was like the head artist there. And he invited.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, he invited me to go. Yeah, I don't want to say his
Why
name.
not seated though? I don't get that because you're in a cockpit.
I don't know.
Standing.
But we were standing. And eventually they adjusted it where they just put seats. But like, yeah, we were standing. I was like, why would you do that after? Because I fucking fell on my ass. But yeah, that was technically my first VR experience. But for me, the setup looked so out of my league. Something that it felt like something I can't afford. You know what I mean? Like their PCs looked fucking monstrous. There's cables everywhere. I was kind of like, fuck this shit.
Because you had lighthouses. To me, the lighthouses alone were daunting. I was like, so when they came out with like the cameras on the headset itself, and then they detect your controllers because they're on your face. That was like, wow, we don't need these stupid lighthouses.
Dude, I'll tell you this though, VR is coming up it's come very far. So like through Eiley, actually, I was able to go to one of I forgot what office it was. Wait, who owns Harry Potter again? Universal?
J.K. Rowling?
No. The publisher. Is it Universal?
I don't know. Warner
Yeah,
Bros?
it's Universal. Universal Studios has it. So like there was actually one of the lots in Burbank, and so we actually went in and we beta tested their VR experience. And so it's like this is pretty much like Asian, the size of my carpet, the carpet in my bedroom, and they have pretty much like walls, and there's just cameras everywhere. and there's fans and there's like different scents and stuff. Um,
Oh.
and there's like doors and like trolleys and stuff that's kind of attached to the wall. But once you're in VR, they designed the level so well that technically the entire experience you walk about a kilometer.
Oh
But
man.
all you are doing is just walking in circles pretty much. But like in VR, you feel like you're walking straight or like, oh, there's a wall here, so I'm gonna go to the right. So like
Damn.
and you can actually see each other's avatars and stuff, and you can kind of touch each other. And it's like a 4D experience where
Did
if
you have
you're
to put on a suit, or were you just using
no,
controllers?
So it's technically like full body. So you have tracking like on your hands and your hip and your legs, and you have the VR headset on. But they
Okay.
have the oh no, yeah, and you have a backpack. You have a little mini backpack. But like you see like you ride on shit and you see a fucking dragon, you walk around and you touch things, you physically open doors. It's fucking crazy shit. And like man, that shit was like like next level, dude. Like we're progressing so far in VR. It's ridiculous. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like if we were able to do that at home eventually.
Like
Yeah.
honestly, people thought VR would die. Like, you remember how monitors had 3D and you'd buy glasses so you could play games in 3D?
Yeah.
That
That
hella
died out
fast.
so quick. And then the 3DS, like they got rid of like 3D. Like they even came out with a 3DS with no 3D. It's like the 2DS. Oh my god. And so I feel like the focus now is mostly on the virtual stuff. Like even
Yeah.
Zuckerberg, Mr. Marky Mark is doing his
Yeah,
job.
I don't know. For me, it's just so hard for me to get into right now still, because it's just having that thing on my face still it's not comfortable for me.
Yeah, hopefully they
Yeah.
make lighter ones in the future, like literally just glasses.
No, I want to be
Almost.
smaller, just smaller
Yeah,
in general.
smaller and
Yeah.
lighter.
But you know why it's difficult, right?
Yeah,
It's-
Well,
we
yeah.
don't have the technology. for that
Yeah,
kind
we
of stuff
have
right now.
technically
Yeah.
because thing is technically you have to have 2 screens on for
Mhm.
both eyes, and the base what they try to do is like the lowest you would want to go before you get nauseous is about 90 frames on each screen.
Mhm.
120 would be the best, but like 90 is kind of like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
But we get sick in VR chat because fucking like it's fucking 15 FPS or 6 FPS sometimes, and it's like, dude, you get
Yeah.
super sick. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
Fucking-
just I still can't get into it. I gotta wait till technology catches up, then maybe. But
What was the Microsoft the HoloLens? That was
Oh,
crazy
that was
too.
crazy. Yeah, HoloLens. Yeah.
There was
I
a
remember
demo
there
of that
was-
over here. It was nuts.
I remember there was one time there was like a fighting game. They had like a virtual reality like Tekken or something. That
Mhm.
like this was a long time ago. This was like early 2000s. I was at Dave and Buster's and they had it like a demo. They had like a demo there that you were allowed to like go up and try and stuff. It's pretty cool. And you're just
Well,
fighting
you
people.
put on a headset.
Yeah, you put a headset on and there's like a light for you to stand in, and then yeah,
What? I want to
Those-
see this.
it was cool. I just don't remember. I was too young to even know what the
Man,
hell.
I wish. That's another thing. You gotta have like the space for games like that. You
Mhm.
just you end up kicking your own. You're kicking
Yeah,
your
no, there's a
computer.
whole ass
Or like
crowd.
OMG kicking
There's a
his
whole
guitar.
ass crowd, dude. There's a whole ass crowd just watching the whole thing. Like, dude, it was cool. I didn't know what the hell was going on most of the time though.
Man, like virtual Street Fighter or virtual Tekken. Hadoukening people. Wow.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
we're about to reach that time.
the time.
It's 2 hour.
Yeah.
2 hours
We're
already.
like
Wow.
Wow.
6 minutes. That's 2 hours. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we're almost there.
So actually, I have a question that I want to ask you guys real quick regarding the podcast in general.
Who?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
you
us.
guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep it like this where we do more like I guess because the thing is like we've been doing way more philosophical topics
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should.
No,
Honestly,
I think
because it totally like I don't know, Asian, if you heard, like I kind of said as a joke, like a half joke, but like we're talking about a lot of stuff that's like not in our demographic,
yeah.
which is fine. But like, is
Yeah.
this the type of podcast that we want it to be, or
We could talk about a lot more other stuff for a different podcast.
yeah, because today was very
Yeah.
philosophical, and I feel like I feel
Yeah.
like the past 3 podcasts have been way more
Yeah.
philosophical and more
True. Introspective.
yeah.
Yeah.
And dude, don't get me wrong, I love talking about this type of shit.
And we do. I mean, the thing is, we did add a lot of our own personal like experience in it too.
Yeah,
And I feel like I mean, I think it's fine. I think what we need to start doing though is we need to start uploading these onto that channel that we made.
yeah.
So if anybody, no, we'll get you guys to subscribe to it when we make like a trailer for it or something.
Yeah.
And then
I mean,
yeah.
honestly,
But-
I think we can just keep these up in our channels for now.
yeah, these specific
just
ones.
like just
yeah,
not. I won't unlist it. I'll just leave it up.
yeah, I'm gonna leave this one.
Oh,
up.
and then actually, like
Yeah.
when it's an official release,
Yeah,
it's all
then
there.
we'll stop uploading on our own channels.
Do we do
Yeah.
pre-recorded stuff even? Do you just want to try that one day? Like a fully
I mean,
pre-recorded podcast.
We can.
We can.
It would have to be way more structured though.
Yeah.
I mean, actually,
I
no,
think-
it doesn't really matter.
No, I feel like no structure would be better.
Yeah.
Just talk about whatever and then just
Yeah.
randomly like pull up, because we can
Mhm.
pull up like clips and whatnot and play clips, or pull up like a song or whatever. Like we
Mhm.
could do so much more. I feel like because right now doing it live, there's a lot of like time constraint, and there's a lot of like we're paying attention to the audience. There's like a lot of like thinking about audience retention and think about
Yeah.
interaction and think
Yeah.
about blah blah blah. But if it's all
Mhm.
pre-recorded, like we can take bathroom breaks as much as we want, or we can just like chill, and then when something interesting happens or when a topic just happens, and we're recording.
Yeah, but now we have to edit and
No, not very light editing. Very, very light editing.
Yeah, I mean, also like I think, for instance, like I'll be going to Korea on the 21st, and I'll be going to Japan on the 12th of October. And I'll be
Mhm.
gone for like what 10, maybe 12 days.
So we should
So
we
like
could
some of these we
pre-record.
can pre-record and then just upload it. I think
Yeah.
there's like nothing
Yeah.
wrong with situations.
So we
stuff
have
like
consistency.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think we
Okay.
can totally do that. But I don't know.
yeah, we could.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely.
And some of them can be live.
I mean,
Some
or
can be
you guys
live.
can just play it.
What?
just play the pre-recording and stream it.
Like a preview or not
Yeah.
premiere.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is always fun for me. This is always fun.
Yeah, I think what we can do though is in the next ones when we have a better like a clear cut like a structure, we'll upload that one. Like just lightly edit it, just basically whoever's ones you think is better in terms of video quality, like mine or yours. And then we'll just edit it slightly, throw it onto the YouTube channel,
Because
and we can
yeah.
start. Yeah.
I also feel like we can get a lot more questions on Twitter, for example, or even on your community posts on YouTube, and then have people
Yeah.
ask questions there, and then we can answer them on the podcast, pre-record it,
Mm-hmm.
and then post it up, and then that's what people will look forward to. Like, oh, did they answer the question? And yeah, stuff like
Yeah, we
that.
could do that.
Ugh.
Rest
Okay.
in peace. Rest in peace, the Queen.
Rest in peace, the Queen. Right, not shout out to the royal family.
Shout out mental illness.
Shout out. Oh man, speaking of royal family, do you see that thing that went viral recently? Like the Buckingham guards. You know how they're like they can't laugh, or they got, if they're walking, you
Yeah,
can't
they
be in their
can't- they
way.
can't, yeah.
They walked over this 5-year-old kid. They basically trampled a kid. Like, what the hell? I feel like that was really messed up.
Damn.
Yeah, dude,
I
they
didn't
just
see it.
trampled a kid. Like, oh, you can't stop us. We're just gonna keep marching. We're just
Yeah.
gonna keep going. They trampled this freaking kid. Wait, McQueen, like Al, like
Lightning
Lightning
McQueen.
yes.
Oh.
Well, you've been to the UK, right? Did you go to Buckingham Palace?
I saw it from afar.
Oh man.
Yeah, but technically they're not allowed to respond to anything. If they do respond, that is not a like a penalty. That is like you can get dishonorably discharged, I believe.
Oh shoot.
They
Yeah,
get
so
their
there
heads
are
chopped off.
heavy heavy consequences to it.
Damn.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of those consequences?
I think it's fine.
I mean, that's
They knew going in.
Yeah, they knew
Yeah.
going in, but what do you think of those consequences being implemented in the first place?
I think it's fine.
I mean, that's their government. So
Yeah.
can't
No,
blame
No,
them.
it's not their government. It's just
So it
it's
is
the royalty.
yeah, I mean, like it is also, what do you call it, like a tradition, I guess.
Yeah,
So they're the
like I
carrying the
respect tradition and everything and the culture there, but I don't know. There's got to be a line drawn somewhere. Don't trample kids is what I'm saying. Just don't trample over kids.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid didn't even he wasn't even standing. Well, I guess I could blame the parents too for not like yanking the kid out of the way. Like they know those guys are gonna just gonna keep on marching. Man,
And that's why you got to go beat your kids.
so they can get out of the way.
Only those who watched the previous podcast would understand where that came from.
So they know, like, oh, now you gotta get out of the way.
No,
The kid
because
knows, like,
we
oh.
have something similar. We have something similar for the States.
Yeah.
Where I think it's for the unnamed
Secret
soldier.
Service?
The unnamed soldier, I believe. There's a memorial in DC where
Mhm.
there is, I think, about two royal guards, or I forgot what they're called, but they patrol the soldier's grave. pretty
Oh,
much.
is that like the unmarked grave or whatever?
Yeah,
Like he
I
has
forgot what it's
name.
called. I think it's called like unnamed soldier or something.
Mhm.
But it's and they cannot move. The only time
Honor
that they will-
guards, I think, is
yeah.
what they're.
the only
yeah,
time
the
they will
honor guard.
talk is to tell people to shut the fuck up. Is the only time they will talk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where is that,
On DC, I think. I think it's in DC.
man? I want to visit the America.
But yeah,
someday.
I mean, like I personally find I like the romance of having almost draconic rules and regulations for like ceremonial stuff like that. I think there's a little bit of romance to it, and I do
Mhm.
like that. And I think it's really cool. And it also kind of enforces that. No, not enforces, but like it shows the depth of history that country has.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? So I think there is value to it. That kid getting trampled, travesty. Agreed. But beat your kids.
Yeah, the guards just did it
Beat your
for
kids.
the parents.
Did it for the parents.
Yeah.
Yes,
for the parents.
I do you a favor.
Yeah, because I get their perspective. They're like, if I don't do it, right, he can get dishonorably discharged.
Yeah, then he wouldn't be able to feed his kids.
Yeah.
And that's wrong too.
Yeah.
You got to feed your kids. If he gets discharged, he won't have a job.
Yeah,
Man.
man.
That's one of his priorities. Maybe it was one of his aspirations. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I can think of like a similar example of that.
In the U.S.
No, like, I don't know. Can't think of one.
Oh, Ronald's been there to the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Yeah.
Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Yeah.
Oh, in DC.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's in DC. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably like around those museums around there too. Like near those museums.
Man, I want to
Oh.
go to a museum with you guys and just
Dude,
dick
no,
around.
we should go to DC.
I mean, I
DC has
respect
some-
museums. Like, I won't like dick around like to the point where I'm like touching the paintings or like peeing on the sculptures or groping.
No,
like,
dude.
you see that?
If you-
You see that statue of Cristiano? Is it Cristiano Ronaldo? Where it's like a tradition for people to like touch his crotch. That the brass is like slowly disappearing.
Dude, there is one statue, I think, in Italy. Italy, where there's this like virgin statue, and she's like made out of bronze, but like if you touch her right breast or something, like it gives you fertility or good luck. And so it's just her right tit that's just kind of like
That's like hella like
super
bruised up.
clean. No, it's clean.
Oh, it's like polished.
It's
almost
polished like a
from
stone. People are
touching
just touching it. And they don't just touch it, they
Yeah.
like, grope the shit out of it. So like,
out of it.
yeah.
I would do that. I would kiss the Blarney Stone too if I had the
Yeah.
chance.
like
Was it the Blarney Stone?
I don't know.
Yeah, the Blarney Stone.
Yeah, but like
The
that
one in
statue,
Ireland?
like half of it's
Scotland?
like brown
Right.
and green, but then just that area is like super
Just
clean.
the boob.
Just the boob.
Super clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If we ever get a chance to, we should go. We should go to DC and spend a couple days and just go through all the museums there. It's actually really cool.
Why?
Is there a museum in the Washington Memorial? Is there a museum there?
There's like
There's shit.
there's a lot of them. There's
Wait,
like
is that in DC?
Yeah, in DC there's like the American History museum. There's the Aerospace Museum. There's like a
do you know
museum.
what I want to do? You know what I want to do? Like we just take
What's
like
up?
a month if we can. All right, we just take like a month and we list the fifth like of all 50 states the best foods. The
man.
best food of that state, and we just drive to every single state. and we
Every
try
single
to
state
get
and just
so
fat.
we
try that
food.
Yeah.
I'm so down for that.
Yeah.
I'm so down.
And we
for
give
that.
a-
But to stay healthy, we have to run to that state. We can't
Shut the
drive.
fuck
I mean, you can run. I'm fucking driving.
You can do that.
I ain't stopping you, bro.
We're all driving just right behind him, Charlie, just following him.
Or even if we pick like 10 states, like we try to like cut up the states into like the US into like maybe 5 or 10 different sections, and like what is this portion of the United States known for? And then we go to that place and we eat and we give like a
Dude,
a score.
I want to try some like Southern barbecue, dude.
What's Southern barbecue?
Just
I want to eat
barbecue, Cajun food
wanna
around
eat
like
a gator.
the southern states.
I want to eat a
Oh,
gator.
You eat a
man.
gator.
I want to eat.
I've never had gator.
I had
I've
gator
had
jerky
reptiles.
before. I had gator jerky before.
I've
had
had
kangaroo
gator
jerky.
before.
Wow.
Tastes like super soft chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you guys
Oh,
had
they,
frog?
They prepared it in
Well, I've had frog
an
legs.
Asian way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really just like chicken.
Yeah.
Weirdly.
I might have had gay sex when I was 18.
There's a frog in your ass.
On that note, thanks guys for watching. We're 7 minutes over time.
See
We'll see you guys
week.
next week. I'm
catch
gonna
you
keep
next one.
I'm gonna keep the stream on my channel so you guys
Yeah.
can.
Wait. Are you going? Wait, you're going to Korea? You're going to wait? Is it Korea?
Yeah, so I'm going to Korea on the 21st
21st
for about
and then
5
you go-
days, and then I'll come back to States. And then October 12th is my flight to Japan if my visa goes through.
Okay.
October.
Okay. So
Wow.
that means next week, next Saturday, we'll still have podcast.
Yeah. Next Saturday we
Okay.
will. The following I will not be here.
Yeah.
And then the 1st of October I'll be here. 8th of October I will be here. 15th and 22nd I probably won't be because I think I arrive on the 22nd, so I'll be jet lagged as fucked. Or no, yeah, I will be. I mean, technically I can make it, but fuck, man, I don't know.
We'll just play it by ear. But I just wanted to know if next week. So next week
I'll be
not
here.
the week after.
Not the week after, no.
All right. So then in that case, we'll see you in podcast next
See
week.
you next week Saturday,
Yeah.
guys.
Bye.
Later.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
All right.
Wow.